Hey, welcome to the new episode of Bare With Bala. Today we're going to talk about one of the most amazing topics, and that is, with this beautiful set that we got, so friends with benefits. Does it work? So we're going to talk about that. Let me just explain what friends with benefits is. I'm going to introduce my guest right after that. So friends with benefits is a friend that does have benefits, and we're not talking about a 401k plan. We're not talking about health.
Then I'm out.
Health insurance or anything. We're talking about someone that is compensated, usually financially, for mutual acts of benefit, and that could be usually casual sex or something along those lines. So we're going to talk about that, and we're going to have our guests, our amazing guests. I'll introduce Mr. Sean to my right. And to my left, we have four beautiful ladies. It could be Charlie's Angels or Sean's or Shane's Angels, but they're not. they're Emily to my left. Hannah, that came all the way from Germany just for the show today. We have Anna, and we have the beautiful Marie. So today we're going to talk about this. So let me start off, and I will start off, as I usually do, with the beautiful Emily. So here we go, Emily. Friends with benefits. Have you ever been in a situation where you are a friend that has had benefits, or you either had someone in your life that you have compensated one way or the other, either financially, emotionally, sexually, as a friend with benefits? So,
I want to take the word compensating out. So like if you remove that, of course I have. 100%.
Okay, can you explain that a little further? I mean, you can't end it there.
I think, to me, friends with benefits is not compensation. I think it's a mutual understanding that you guys are going to hang out when it's convenient. You guys are going to give each other what you want, and there's no strings attached.
Okay, and so let's jump into that a little bit more, like give each other what you want. So tell us a little bit more about, you don't have to name the person, but just talk to us a little bit more about.
Definitely been more than one.
Okay, more than one. Okay, this is beautiful. Okay, more than one. So give us a scenario in which it was you had a good relationship and it worked out well or worked out bad. Did you change to the second one or the third one and modified your scenario, a friend with benefit scenario with the second and third? It kind of fine-tuned it to the best one that worked best for you.
I mean, I wouldn't call it fine-tune. I would say that younger, in your 20s, you're not really wanting to go share a meal, right? So to me, in your 20s, if you have a friend with a benefit, you guys are going to the bars, and I'm older, so like we didn't have cell phones. So it was me going to my answering machine, go ahead and make fun of me, but seeing it was like eeny, meeny, miny, mo. So.
Okay. And so what would who had the benefit? Was it you or the other?
I'd say we both did. When I say both get what you want, like if you're hanging out after the bar, after whatever, then you're mutually both receiving what you came for.
Okay.
As you get older, I think it is, hey, do you want to go grab dinner and then go get horizontal? That's completely different.
True.
Doesn't mean they have to pay. Doesn't mean anything like that. It's just
not you paying, but what about the other person paying? So
sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But it's not like I'm expecting a date. So I'm not expecting that. It's more like it's an understanding. We get along well. We talk about things. We talk about life. And then, I mean, man, I didn't know. I thought we were literally talking about can guys and girls be friends. So you're throwing me for a loop right now.
No. This is great. So friends with benefits.
Making me say things I don't want to say.
No. That was the last episode. Can men and women be friends?
Okay, well, that's what you sent us. Thank you.
This one was.
That's why she flew in
friends.
Okay.
About that subject.
That's a bait and switch. That's what I call a bait and switch. That's what I call a bait. Friends with benefits doesn't work.
Conclusion of the last episode.
Can men and women be just friends?
Yeah, was it a positive or negative?
Was there compensation?
It was split. It was no. It was no compensation.
Negative? Like can't be friends?
You have to let them just watch the last episode.
What?
Okay.
Yes, episode, everybody. Let's not. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Let them just watch it.
Yeah.
So you're just saying, okay. So it worked. So when it went to your, can you tell us a little bit more? Okay, let's switch and think about the answer. What I'm going to ask
Should
next.
we all answer if we've had like friends with benefits?
Okay, go for it. How about you? Have you?
Yes.
You, Anna, Marie. Marie has. Ooh.
Did she say? Mm-mm.
Marie's a relationship with never had a friends with benefits. How about you? 100%. Of course, I expected that from you.
Yeah, you have. Yes, she has.
They don't have to pay for things. That's not what it's about. It's just you have.
Thank you.
And then
Right.
like have sex.
Yes.
But I'm not that.
Okay,
Yes,
so
and
let me ask you this. Okay, you're not making it transactional, right? You're not saying, hey, you got to pay me $1,000. But
No,
what if?
That's something
No,
different.
that's completely a whole different conversation.
By definition, that's not like
I don't know what kind of friend you got.
That's like sugar daddy conversation. That's a whole.
That's not a friend with a benefit. That's a friend with a bank account.
Yeah.
That's a
But
whole different conversation.
that's an allowance, like $5,000 a month. You know?
No, that's
a whole different
different. That's what she
conversation.
said. That's
not
sugar
friends with
daddy.
benefits. Friends is
Friends.
more of like your friends, and you typically have a sexual benefit in a sense.
Okay, so
without
let's.
having the
let's-
having the.
so.
I'm trying every angle. See how you'll answer. So how about this one? So what if that person, your friend, okay, it's not compensation, right?
Thank you.
No, we all agree it's not compensation.
Not compensation. What if that person left $500 on the nightstand? Didn't say a word. Would you keep it? Yes or no? Quick.
Yeah.
No, I really wouldn't.
I don't know.
They had a whole Sex in the City episode on it.
I don't know. I mean,
I don't
if
watch
it-
Sex
if
in the
it was like
City.
a random, I would ask
Not
why.
you.
No, we're friends. Like I don't have any.
But if, I'm saying, like, if I ask why and they're like, hey, just spend it on you, that's different.
No, that's a different thing. Like if
so I would ask why.
better do this.
No, I expect that. If it's a
Right.
benefit.
I was gonna say that's your money. We're just friends. That's your thing. Like I would never expect.
Okay, so I'm going to take that. one
Clearly,
step,
we know what you're doing.
one step deeper. Okay, so what if that person? I'm going to penetrate further. How about that? We're going to one step deeper. Okay, so what if that
Yes.
person you call that person, hey, you left 500 or 1,000 on my nightstand when you left this morning. I just want to give it back to you. But what if the person, no, that's for nothing. Just give it to you. Like, just would you keep it? Yes. Anna says yes.
They said go
Yeah.
take it. Yes, of course.
I'd invest in them.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good move.
Okay.
But that's like a very specific, like, I left this for you. But how
Yeah.
often is a friend with benefits or in general, like a relationship like that, just going to be like, here's money for you? Like, here's it laying around.
I clearly think he does this because
I was going to say, this is a whole different.
Can I take the fifth on that?
That's a very, like, one in a
very
million.
specific. If you lay $555 on the nightstand,
And that's like one in a million. Like, that's not a typical
happens.
friends with benefits.
It happens.
What's happened?
it doesn't happen.
Okay, Marie, here.
Starbucks and a Starbucks sandwich before.
Okay, Marie.
Okay, hold on. You had a Starbucks sandwich as a.
I gave 10.
Oh my God, I can't.
Ooh. So this was the friend. And what did you get in return? It's usually something you get back in return. You get a phone number?
Well, no, I mean, I don't do those things.
Well, they're friends, so I'm
No.
sure she had the phone
The
number.
relationship.
Oh.
Well, that's different, Marie.
I have a question. I have a question
Here we
from
go.
the side, right? So if you're friends with benefits, right? At what point do you have a discussion with that friend of like, this is what it is, and it's not ever going to be the next thing?
Day one. Yeah.
After your first interaction.
After the first.
Interaction.
I think you can determine from the first date what direction this is going.
Correct.
Typically, I think you can determine, is this man just trying to get me home? Is this man just literally trying to get to know me? Like, is he asking good questions on the date? Or is it literally just like a...
What friend are you going out on a date with? So when you
Oh, so it's
friends,
already
right?
a friend.
Talking about like, let's say hypothetically speaking, right?
But there has to be a
Like,
vibe.
Let's say hypothetically speaking, we're friends, right? Like we've been friends for a
Yeah.
long time, over
Okay.
2 years, right? Like I've known your dating history, you know mine, and we just so happen to find ourselves in a slump. And conveniently, we go out drinking, and then it turns into something else by the end of the night, and then boom, it happens.
Nope. It wouldn't happen.
I'd probably
It
talk
wouldn't
about
happen
it.
to me. It wouldn't
Those are friends with
happen.
benefits.
I would talk about it right after.
So do you get it?
It
Well,
wouldn't happen. I don't think it wouldn't happen because I think it determines from the beginning, is this a friend or is it not? There are exclusions. There are maybe situations where after a few months or a few years you realize, oh, like we get along, like there's a vibe. But I think friends with benefits typically develops, I don't know, girls you can say, but I think it typically develops when you meet somebody, you realize it's a vibe, and somebody says, I'm not really ready for a relationship. And that's kind of like the process, like, but we like each other, we're cool, like we like hanging out.
okay, so let me ask you this. So is it that's perfect because does one of you in that relationship, and y'all can talk freely, please, because I want the honest truth in this show. So if you get together and one of you develops an emotional connection, what happens then? Because it's likely to happen. Like one of y'all feels a little more into the other person, right? Than you do. Then how do you like how do you get back to level one?
Girls have a lot of games we play to get guys to like commit to us.
Oh,
Never.
You just go on.
It don't work.
But that's the question again, can men and women be friends?
Right.
That goes back to that question.
It does.
If you say no, then that never is, I think, a situation, or rarely a situation. If you say yes, then that's a point where I think what you're saying, you hang out after a while and you realize, oh shit, like this could be something. And that goes back to that situation. Then it's like, okay, are we really like gonna develop something and be friends with benefits and do this sexually or emotionally or
and I think Marie being
I say games. I don't say like games like we're messing with the other person, but we know what we're doing. Like,
what do you mean you know what you're doing? You know like you would get okay. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. That's where I'm going. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you play games.
Marie, teach us.
Okay.
Me, but I want to.
Hey, we have a new show. Okay, Marie plays games.
I'm not gonna see you anymore unless we're exclusive. I don't have sex with you unless we're exclusive. But you
I think we're in a climate where like that's kind of. I'd be like, all right, talk to you.
I feel like you can catch
that's
feelings.
so respectful, and I feel like that's so much worth like saying that because that's differentiates again where you're going.
Yeah.
And there are guys who will say, okay, I respect that and I will try to still pursue you, or there's guys that will say, no, I just want the easy thing but I don't want to
People
really
can catch feelings. People can catch feelings.
After you've already experienced the benefit, you start playing those games.
I don't play games, but I just if I was single, I don't have sex with people that aren't exclusive.
Okay. So
How about if they have sex with you? Oh, that was a bad.
If they say they don't want to be exclusive, I'm like, okay.
see,
Okay.
that makes sense. I think that in a perfect world that makes sense.
But that's you're getting into a relationship. We're talking about friends with benefits.
With benefits. So this is a person that you've already established some kind of sexual relationship with as a friend.
Yep.
And then you get to a point where you're like, all right, bet, like, that's why I guess where the games come in, right? Like, hey, I'm ready. So I'll use myself as an example, right? So I was dating. I wouldn't think we dated. But like we had a mutual understanding, and which is what I thought, right? So as a matter of convenience, right, we had a regular cadence, right? This specific person couldn't come over after 10 because I'm a single parent and my kids go to sleep at 9:30. So she wasn't allowed to come over after 10 and she had to be gone by 4, right?
Woo.
So she would literally come in from 10 and she'd leave every morning at 4. And the one time she didn't leave at 4 was like 6. I think
respect for that woman.
my kid walked in or whatever, and she was like, hey, like, yo, kid up. And I asked my kid what she want. My kid went away, and then she left. And I didn't talk to her for like maybe 2 months after that because she breached our agreement. She knew she couldn't come up. She had to be
Oh
gone
wow,
by 4.
wow. So you had a written agreement?
Really?
Was it,
Understanding.
It's an
She understood.
understanding.
Yeah.
I said, but that's an understanding.
It's respect and understanding.
Right.
That's what she decided to do, but
Okay.
it's respect to her.
So it became that friends with benefits. And then when that agreement was breached, it was like, hey, like, and she kind of shifted. She's like, hey, I kind of see the shift. Like, I ain't talked to you in down there a month. And I'm like, hey, like, you kind of broke the agreement. You know what I'm saying? It was either fix the agreement and we get back on timing, or we didn't. And then, fast forward a little bit where it started becoming more than what it was. I guess that contract feelings started getting involved. It was like,
There you go. Yeah.
But y'all talked about
But you're-
Yeah. So let me ask you: did you get back to? Okay, so you fired her as a with benefits person, but was she still a friend?
She's off the payroll.
Was she still?
No
did she have-
compensation.
Did she have the friends title back again? Like, do you become friends again after the friends with benefits doesn't?
I mean, I have.
No.
I have.
That is a thing. If men and women can no.
I have.
That
You have. Okay. Yeah. She has.
I have. I mean, I've done this. I mean, I don't want to say
You're
a
a
lot, but like
professional.
not in a long time. But
Like,
I mean,
you're a veteran.
I have guys have caught feelings and they've told me, and I'm like, well, this won't work. Like, it's not going to work. And that's been the same thing for me. If I've caught them, I was honest about it. It's not going to work.
But after that, you don't see each other again, and you don't have a friendship.
I think
or
years go by, and then there's some I still talk to, and we are just friends.
But typically,
Okay.
Yeah, I don't
Friends or acquaintances, or like friends that like you still go to dinner together?
like. If
But you don't fuck.
so and so was in town, or I ran into him, I wouldn't be weird. It wouldn't be awkward. We'd be very kind to each other. Like, I just mean like friends. Like, it's not weird. It's not, I'm going to block you or whatever you're doing. Like, it's just a mutual understanding. It didn't work the way that you originally agreed.
I feel like the older you get, it becomes a matter of convenience, right? So like,
Well, sure. Like, I understand your situation.
If I'm in your city, right? Like, if I'm like, hey, I'm here for work, right? I'll be here for a week, and like, I have friends in that city that like either has wanted to see me or I wanted to see them.
But 11 to 5, right?
Hey, let's go to dinner. We go to dinner, and then boom, like we end up hooking up. And then when I go back home, I don't really talk to that person. They don't really talk to me. That's that friends with benefits. But as you get older, it comes a matter of
Okay. Now, she told me something before. Okay, you're.
Of course.
Okay.
friends with benefits. Is there an age limit or is there an intention limit too?
Ooh, attention.
Because
I'll fail on that.
okay, let's say you're like younger, college age. I think everybody's a little crazy with.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, that's where
normal.
most of mine were.
I don't want to bring age into this. I don't want to.
You can't,
Okay,
you can't.
but then biologically, I think there is a insight like motivation to at some point a woman or even men feel like they want to settle down and they want to have an intention with a woman, and you automatically think, okay, is this person something serious
Yes.
or is it not? And I think you filter out
That's 100%
more
correct.
intentionally where is this
100%
going.
correct.
And I think more and more and more, it's harder to maybe just get into something. Maybe you can block it out and be like, okay, this is just party, this is fun. Maybe this is like completely, I just got out of a divorce, I just got out of a relationship, I
Yeah.
just got out of something. Maybe you just need your fun phase. But inside, I think we're so intentional about wanting partnership that I think
100%.
you automatically start to filter, okay, could this person be something or could it not? And that's why you go into friends with benefits, because you think this person can't be it.
That was really my next question.
mic drop.
Thank you for bringing. Hey, that was a mic drop. That was great. That was so good.
It was so good.
That was really good. That was really good because that was really my next question.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody, cha-ching for that. Cling, cling. But that was really my next question. Is a friends to benefits with benefits situation just a precursor to someone as a partner? Not because, and it won't be necessarily the friends with benefit person, but it's just a filler before you find the right partner. It's just something that keeps you going.
But I mean, I think it could keep you from finding the right partner if you're hanging out with that person all the time, because you're not opening yourself up to an opportunity that if you're, at the end of the day, it is scientifically proven that when people engage in sexual intercourse, there is feelings there. That is proven. Whether you hold them back, you don't admit them. So even when someone tries to play the tough person, I've done it, where you're like, oh, this doesn't matter to me. At the end of the day, you're like, it kind of does, but I'm going to put up my street cred. But it doesn't.
For females, as much as you want to admit it doesn't mean anything, or like, oh, I can be part
You can,
about it.
right.
Get it too.
Males are.
I know, that's what I said.
100%.
They're more
But I
emotional.
I
think
feel like they're pretending now.
I think men try to like
I was gonna say they
Play it
try-
out.
block it out, but I think it takes that one opportunity for you to see that person who's a friend with benefit with somebody
Someone else.
that actually intentionally likes them.
Right.
Like,
Well,
You're like, well, shit, they're off
that
the
was my
market.
that was my
Yeah.
that was my best eater.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's on now.
Yeah.
Yep.
And maybe that's why Maria over there doesn't engage in that friends with benefits, because she's looking to find that exclusive guy.
Well, no. If we were to do that, I would be wanting to find things.
That's what he just said.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I just said. Yeah, but okay. So Anna, so Savannah, so tell us this. So in your world, you obviously, I mean, we really haven't gotten to you. Where have you had that situation? And you said yes to that, but tell us a little bit more about your situation. How many times are you a professional like Emily, who's done it like several times,
Oh, my-
or are you like an amateur You know.
I have been on. I've had a few, which don't make me sound bad, but I've had a few situations like this, and I don't want to be the anomaly here. Usually, I don't feel emotions. I'm very good at like separating
Benefit of both.
on what the ones where I felt nothing,
Yeah,
the ones where I got attached.
Give one example of each.
Okay. Where I felt nothing, it was just friends with benefits.
Okay.
Felt nothing. He felt nothing. We were both like looking for partners. We were not into each other on a relationship level. Like we knew we were not compatible at all, but in bed. So that's how that worked.
So you would talk to him at a dinner, but then in bed you would be like, "Hello."
Yeah. We
So
Okay.
that's all it was.
Yeah. That's great.
Everything else, we had nothing in common.
Nothing in common.
So can I touch on a point that you mentioned earlier? You said like most of the time when you're getting out of something, like those are normally when like those friends and benefits opportunities arise. And then you also said like what do you get from it, right? Who's the beneficiary, right? So do you think that most of these friends with benefits come from a situation where like let's say, like, I'll use myself as an example. Let's say, boom, I'm very, very busy. I got all this going on, right? And then, boom, like, I am still human, right? So I want companionship, right? So my friends with benefits would just to feel something every now and then. Some people might say their friends with benefits would be just the physical aspect, right? They just want to get their rocks off and then they keep pushing, right? Like, which would you most calculate? Which side is which? Would it be, as the older you get, you just want to feel something? The younger you get, you probably just want that quick fix to get on? Or is it dependent on something specific?
Great question.
Depend on the person.
Yeah.
Say all of it. Because I think, like I said, most of mine were younger. But like she said, if you're going through something, so if someone's going through a divorce or a bad breakup, you might find yourself just trying to fill that void in a sense, and you might lean on a friend. But for me, I'm older now. That's a waste of my time. I mean, I don't even want to say this. We have toys. Like, we can fix this ourselves.
Which one's your favorite?
It's really,
which one's your favorite
quick.
toy?
It doesn't take that long. And so I don't want to do all the others, and I don't need someone to come over. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I just said all this.
Which toy is your best, and does he or she get a benefit?
Shane, that's not the topic. You're getting off topic. We are on topic. Next.
Okay. So
Please don't elaborate. Like, I can't believe that came out of my mouth. Edit that out.
That's okay. We're on a show. We're talking about feelings.
Mom.
Yeah, I'm a dad too. So come on. All right. So Hannah, you told me before we had the honor opportunity to meet with the German model Hannah Lou.
Because I can't breathe.
The German.
I have to say, I think the people, I don't know how it is nowadays here in Dallas in the area and like America, but their people really are very open. They're very like the feels, the vibes, very like people don't get into relationships that quickly because they want to think about it logically, and we're just friends with benefits, and like there's very low, I would say, numbers compared to here from my understanding of like people getting into relationships and people intentionally like dating. So friends with benefits is definitely a big thing. I think my situation too is like, I think I've realized in a sense it's not so much the sex aspect, because for me that's become more of a valuable thing of like, I don't want to just share that with anybody, and like I don't want to have that sexual interaction because I think that's the most intimate thing between two people. But I have a friends with benefits. It's almost been like a year, and we both, interesting enough, like see the same value in it that we've never had sex.
What are you talking about? Is that guy dude gay? Like, come on.
Not at
bro.
all. And I think about that too. I'm like,
So
okay, I'm putting you on blast right now.
What are you talking about? Like Eiffel Tower? What are you talking about?
I don't know how we do it, but like we literally
Okay, tell me. Okay, this is very interesting. If you haven't had
say too much.
What? If you haven't had sex in a year, either one of you is like
Everything
super gay.
besides that.
Okay, let's just
Okay, that's okay. That's
What
okay.
what do you talk about for 30 minutes?
Talk for hours.
That's what I said. What are you talking about?
We have such an like emotional connection.
You have a strong connection.
We have a
'cause-
crazy
Yeah,
emotional
you do.
connection, and like
What are you talking about?
We
Mom and
talk-
dad and how you were as a kid
they're
and
still having-
what toys you got?
but we
Still having
talk like
interactions.
we talk
Interaction.
all night. And the biggest thing is like cuddling and
No
just making
penetration.
out and like kiss. Like it's just like an intimate connection.
You date?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
a good
you guys are
question.
technically
No,
are.
not.
They're technically are.
But we see each other like once.
No, he's gay. He's 100% he's gay.
Yeah.
Okay, in the podcast, we're gonna ask if Hannah's dude is gay or not, and we're gonna have a poll. We're gonna have a poll.
Savannah, even Savannah was like,
We're gonna have a poll. We're gonna have a poll.
He's not.
the manliest man I've ever
I don't
met.
think
Okay, send a picture. The manliest man could be the gayest man ever.
No.
The manliest man. The manliest
No,
man.
because I don't want to hook up with him either. That's the thing.
But they are.
Exactly. He gives you gay vibes.
You're just not having penetration.
Yeah, but we're both on the same page of like,
That's it. They're
No
doing
pe-
everything but penetrating.
That's the
So
worst.
that's not gay. That doesn't make anything except they're.
because
Okay, okay, so
Respecting.
okay, all right, okay. Let me take that statement back. Let me ask you this question.
There's none of that.
Okay, yeah, exactly. Thank you, Marie. Thank you.
skip over.
Anna,
you.
as her best friend, what do you have to say about this situation?
Talk to her about this.
No, you tell us because the world needs to know.
The world needs to know.
Yes, tell us. Okay, tell us.
Too much again.
No, tell us.
No, you haven't.
I don't.
No, you haven't.
understand it. As her friend, I don't.
Exactly.
I don't understand it.
Exactly.
Because he looks like a catch. I've stalked his Instagram. He looks like a catch. Well, I don't know where she's coming from.
Have you checked down there to see if he's got a pee-pee?
Oh yeah.
Did you miss everything she said? He's not concentrating.
You missed everything.
You clearly.
No, I did not miss
You know what
anything.
penetration is?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the only thing they're not doing.
I know, I heard that.
So I know what's
She knows
going
what it
on.
looks like.
I know what's going on.
Oh.
She has done everything with
sorry.
TP.
No, just click. They've been down there. They've been down in South Africa.
I want a real connection.
Nothing spiritual.
And I think for him, it's his other like religious perspective, maybe
What religion?
Islam.
Ooh, yes. Okay, now we went there. All right. So,
Man.
yeah. Okay, but
Now does it make sense?
okay,
Now-
I know what's happening.
Now we know.
You may want to check this. You know, Islamic Muslim men are allowed to marry 4. You know that by Islamic religion.
I
So he
so-
probably
topic.
he already has 4, and in order to be with you, he's going to divorce 1. All he has to say is talaq.
Over this. Let's skip over this.
Okay, all right. So, okay. So we're going
man.
past
Said way
this.
too much.
We're going past
did
this.
I.
And so, Sean, let me ask you this question, Sean.
Man, go to the
So-
other side of the couch.
Okay, so let me
We
ask
are on
you,
hold
let
here.
me ask you this question. So, do you have in a friends with benefit situation? Can you have more than one? What if you had like 4 friends with benefits, like Monday,
Yeah,
Tuesday, Wednesday?
can.
So have you had that at the same time?
No.
At the same time,
No.
Sean?
Me?
Yeah, like why not? Like I mean,
When I was younger, yeah. As an adult, no.
okay, would you do it? Like one gives you this, second gives you that.
As an adult, no, because I think like when like let's say me per se, like let's say if I had a friends with benefit relationship right now,
Yeah.
like I'm really busy, but like busy aside, let's say I was a single guy, just me, no responsibilities, just my regular go to work, come home and chill. Like I feel like if I had multiple friends with benefits, then like that's expensive, right? 'Cause I gotta go.
What are you thinking about dollar? You're talking about money.
Really
No, I'm talking about like going out.
It's not
I know.
sugar that is.
Has nothing to do with that.
Like it
If I somebody like the money,
I know.
I'd be like,
How is it expensive?
I was like, where are those?
yeah, where are those?
Or are you accidentally leaving $500 on my nightstand?
I'm a gentleman, right?
Or are you accidentally leaving $1,000 on my nightstand?
Pay.
Please make that accident.
Friends with benefits, and like I want to.
I'll sign up.
I'm gonna pay. If I want to go to the movies another day with another friend.
Why can't she? Why can't she pay? Why can't she pay?
That's like 20, 30 bucks.
Basically.
To eat?
No, to go to the movies.
What do you eat? Taco Bell. You got a Taco Bell.
$1 for the ticket. But like that's one event, right? If I want to go out to eat dinner, I'm not going to like regular restaurants. We're going to.
But then you're dating.
Date.
But then you're looking
That's a date. That's not a friend.
That-
I go with my female friends now. It's not a date. It's just 2 friends going out to
Do you
eat.
pay?
Well, then you don't need to pay.
Why can't you split it?
I'm not splitting the bill with a woman.
Oh, well, then she's more than a benefit.
No, not necessarily. I have female friends that are genuine platonic friends.
Yeah.
When we go out, I pay. When I go with my male friends, I pay. It's just
I do that too. I do that
Thank
too.
you.
I'm not working at you, but I do the same thing.
Big.
I'm do the same.
That's
Yeah.
a big
Hear
exception.
from you. We have
I don't think that's an anomaly though. That's like a regular thing. Like I guess in my friend group, I'm like the I don't want to say the big homie, but I'm like the big friend. So like if I go
Yeah.
take one of my friends out to eat, I'll pay. But
Alright.
male, female, etc. So now when the benefits part come inside, it's less that friend side. Only thing difference is we rub genitals together, I guess.
Rub.
So
You do?
So,
well, you're saying
so should we address?
Okay, so it all comes down to sex. It all comes down. So it all
Thank you.
It all
Thank you.
comes down to sex then,
He
because
obviously
friends with
putting on the nice
benefits,
man. He just pays for
friends with
everything.
benefits
Clearly
really
friends
means
with benefits.
sex. And it's cool to have. What we're saying here, it's cool to have friends with benefits.
It
When
depends.
sex is involved, except for Hannah, who shares some very spiritual Islamic cult
no.
relationship.
See each other again. It's probably over. It's been a while.
I'm sorry.
Hey, you. Do you have a friends with benefits?
Me? I
Probably
mean,
25.
everybody benefits from me.
Oh.
Oh.
Are you leaving money on the nightstand?
No, I don't leave money on the night. So I don't leave money for anybody. So, I'm broke.
guys, he just
as a broke man, as a broke man, I don't leave money for anybody. But listen, okay,
Thank you for
so
those comments.
what's that?
That's
So, one more question, and this goes to the beautiful Anna. Savannah. All right, so Savannah, so I know you've been in this situation, and what I want to ask you is, have you ever been, or who was that person that you went back to? This was your ex. I know you told me once, like you went back to your ex and went into a friend with benefits type of situation. Correct?
Yes.
So tell me more about it.
I don't want to.
next question.
Okay. Okay. So who wants to take that? Okay, go ahead.
No, I will. It was just very. I mean, sometimes you just get attached, you know? So that's all that happened. We had gone into the understanding it was going to be a friends with benefit situation.
Got attached to each other and had to take a step back. So I mean, like I said earlier, I try to be emotionally unattached in those situations.
So, but y'all started dating, and then you said no, or what happened? That's my question. It was like you were dating. I mean,
We went into it as just friends with benefits.
okay,
And
so reverse.
kind of dating and found ourselves in that, and we were like, this isn't what it was supposed to be. Let's take a step back.
Was that a friend before? You've been
Yeah.
like a 1 year friend,
Yeah.
2 week friend?
24 hours.
Like 2 months?
2 months? Okay, that's could be a friend. Yeah.
Maybe 2 months, maybe
Okay.
3 months.
Yeah.
Through another friend, and
Okay.
it just happened, and we talked about it and we were open about what we expected from it. Found ourselves getting attached, tried to kind of step back a little bit, and then we just found ourselves keep getting attached. So I don't know, because like I said, I've had friends with benefit situations where I was not attached at all, and I was very clear about it and had no feeling whatsoever. So that's some bad, God.
Yeah.
But with this particular person, we just kept getting detached over and over, and
So how did you break it up? Like, what's the
just ending it completely.
like? Who ended it? You ended it? He ended
We
it?
both did. It was a mutual, like, hey, we're both getting attached.
And there was no like end sex, like you break up sex. Okay, the break sex.
Well, that's not really incest.
Break up sex the one last time.
Amazing, but then that was it, and so that was it. Just like, goodbye, thank you for the best orgasm, goodbye. Like,
Okay,
fun.
I have a crazy question for your perspective.
Yes.
Male perspective.
Male, yes.
Can men or women do with friends with benefits better?
Ooh.
Oh, that's really good. I never thought of that one. I mean, I think. Go ahead.
I think men do it better. I think
I
women always have. I think most women, except for one-offs, right, rare occasions, most women have underlying agendas, right? They try to. I feel like women try to convince a man that like he wants to be with her. So like
You mean the games?
the games, right? He'll sit there and be like,
Marie's games.
a man will sit there and be like,
Next episode.
Game.
Next episode.
like, a man will sit there and be like, hey, like, I don't want to, I'm not interested in a relationship, right? Like, as of right now, I just can't facilitate a relationship. And women will be like, okay, but in their head, they're like, I'm playing the long game. I can convince him. I can put this on him, and he gonna eventually want to be in a relationship. Men, most of the time, they go into it and they're like, they just check that box of like, hey, I'm here for a matter of convenience, and this is gonna run as long as it sticks within my program, within my schedule.
My program.
Run it, right?
So 4 a.m.
His boot camp.
And normally,
Yeah.
it adjusts. I was in the military for 13 years, so I'm very.
I had very boot camp.
But yeah, it stays within that box. So I think men do it better than women. But in some cases, there are rare occasions that women are able to like be mature and check themselves and be like, what you doing right now? Oh, my bad. That's not really my place. My apologies, right? Like they can kind of like adjust. So I think men do it better. And what you think?
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. I think there's harder lines that men can draw without getting emotionally pulled into something, versus women who tend to get emotionally pulled into a relationship. At least from my perspective, right? And I might be totally wrong, but I think men do it better because we can. There's no gray line. There's black or white. That's it. So and that's how we go in. But what about Sean? What do you think about a toxic relationship? This is the last question. I'm going to wrap it up. So, toxic relationship is a friends with benefit type of situation better than a toxic relationship? Like, say you got you've been with this girl forever, and guy forever, and you can't. You know how it is. Like, especially when you're young. When we're older, we for me, I can't put up with shit right now. So, like, well, when you're a kid, when I say kids, like 20s, right? And you're in your early 20s. I think when you go to 25 plus, you're on the other side, maybe. But 25 below, you can't, even if it's toxic or that person's, you're having fights every day, you know what it is. So is a friends with benefits, should that person transition to a friends with benefits? And is that going to be your next book, Sean?
No, I try to stay away from toxic stuff. At this big ass age, I don't want nothing toxic.
I think that should be a good transition to your next episode.
Yeah, all done.
And to toxic relationships.
The toxic relationship. We're going to talk about toxic relationships. But what do you think about that? And well, let's Emily. How about you answer that about?
That's easy. No toxic for me.
So you would do a friends with benefits versus toxic?
1,000 times over. Why do I have time for toxic?
With the same person that you were in a toxic relationship, or somebody?
No, somebody else. Somebody else.
Easy answer.
Young, but
Maybe the same person, but
Easy answer.
Nobody needs toxic. Nobody wants toxic.
Right.
It's your whole nervous system completely in a different zone.
Marie, what do you think?
Well, I think why is it toxic? If you have a whole life together and situations together that you have to deal with, is it toxic because of that? Then maybe that could turn into a friends with benefits once you have all of those stressors taken away. But why is it toxic? Toxic is a very general term.
That's another topic.
Yeah.
But we need to know why it's toxic.
Okay, perfect. So I guess, guys, this is a wrap. This is a wrap with our beautiful topic today and our amazing guest, beautiful guest here to my left, and a very educated, wise, intelligent, good-looking man to my right.
Jeez. Friend with benefit, huh?
So we're going to end this and say it is okay. It seems like from our panel here today, it seems like it's okay to have friends with benefits. There's some lines that you draw. It always involves sex, so that's a given. But when you end it, when you don't, it's going to be a matter of your personal decisions or your mutual decisions together. And that is up on you. So listen to us, subscribe, follow, comment below. And this is the Bare With Bala podcast every week. Just tune in, watch us. Thank you, everyone, one more time for this beautiful show. Thank you.